So let's continue. So we were here. This command, this configuration file, will include the image file during booting the VM. Usually you have init. The kernel will go to init location and try to load the image. And in our situation, we need to adjust this one to add encrypt. So the kernel will go to this directory and check the file system, and will check also that we use as encrypt in order to decrypt by putting passphrase on the boot during the boot. And then we need to generate init RAM fs. So here we are taking packages from the internet and putting and regenerating them. So in a manner that init RAM everything, because the kernel load proc and sys using the RAM. So they are not stored on the disk. So for that reason we need to initialize this one. So let's continue. So we will make nano etc cpu.conf, and here we go down to hooks. Here, as you can see, you have comments. So the hooks controls the module and scripts added to the image, and what happened at boot time. So here all are commented, so they will not take effect. Here, as you can see, base, UDAV, autodetect, log, file system, keyboard, CSK, FSCK, and then we need to add encrypt. So we add encrypt, save, and then we need to enter init cpio -b Linux. So here, as you can see, it's getting packages from Linux packages from the internet, and also you can see here you have on this website how to initialize RAMFS. So what we need to do exactly, everything. So check. Okay, image is generating good. So now we need to configure the bootloader. So nano default GRUB. GRUB, this one that we installed before, the package that we installed before. So if you put this one and it didn't work, usually here it will create it if it is not found. But if you did not install GRUB, so by using the generation of the config file, you will get error for this one, GRUB install or GRUB config, mk config, so you will get error. So you need to check that you have installed. So here we'll go and to CMD line. As you can see, this one I will show it to you later on during the boot. to let you see how it will be. So crypt device equal /dev sda3 partition, and then the name that I name it crypt root, and then root equal to dev mapper, and then crypt root. So I am linking my dev mapper, my mounting dev mapper crypt root to this one. So I'm telling the system that my crypt device is this one, it's this partition, it's encrypted, and name is crypt root, and it's linked to this, mounted to this logical partition. And once done, Control O, Enter, Control X, and we need to install GRUB. So GRUB install /dev SDA. So remember, here I'm using SDA. It's my data drive. If you have B, C, C. So here, because I only have one, and here it's where I installed my partition. So remember, if you forget how, you can go to fdisk-l, and you can see your partition. So /sda mapper, as you can see here now, I have everything with a link of them. So I will continue here. So grub install /dev/sda. Okay, so installation finished, no error, and then we'll generate the configuration file that I changed minus O its output. So I need to put in /boot grub.cfg and enter. So as you can see now, I initialized the init RAM, fs, and the Linux image. Okay, so as I said before, we have fstab, the automatic mount. So in order when booting our system, will have mounted partition directly, in order not to repeat all the steps of mount from this website. And I don't know how it will stay this website, but if you follow my videos, you will be able to work, because this one is for my professor, and the concept of this one was created for students. So I don't know if it will stay. If not, we are all together, so you can watch my videos or call me or chat me whenever you want. My name is Rabi Saman, and I will put my channel. So here we need to Crypttab because we have encrypted partition. So we will put the cryptome in Crypttab. So in order to have it mounted this one, because for the boot, it will already load from this one, and then we'll need to put our passphrase and it will work. So nano etc, and then it's Crypttab. Okay, I'm using tab, so in order to have it to complete, so here, as you can see, I have all committed, so I will add the new line. So cryptome is the name that I name it, and tab SDA4 none. Here I'm using password none. Okay, what does this mean? This means that I will put it in my hand. So I will write it. I don't have it in a certain place stored, like the one above, for example. So for example, the one above you have /etc my password. So here they generate file, put the password in it. So I will not use this one. So click on none, enter, and swap. So /dev SDA2, and I think for this step it is not very clarified. I will clarify after checking some logs, some websites in order for you to understand. For now, we can continue our work. So now we have everything fine. So regarding the configuration of network, we can do it now or we can do it later. But I prefer to do at least the first step now, and regarding for DNS, we can do it later on. It does not matter. But at least for this one, to have internet, so if we face an error and we need packages from internet, so we can download them normally. So here I will put IPA. Usually we use ifconfig, but ifconfig is not found, so IP address. So IP add in IP address. So here I need ENS33. As you can see, it's the name of my network card. So we go to nano/etc. Also, we need to create this one. Here, as I said, we are using systemd because ARC is using systemd. So network, and here we need to write match, and we need to match the name ENS33, and then we need to put network and DHCP equal yes. Here you can use DHCP or you can use static IP if you want, and if you are certain that you will not have conflict IP later on. So it's up to you to use whatever. But usually we use DHCP, and here we save. Okay, he asked me for save another time because I put enter, so Ctrl O, Ctrl X, Ctrl O, enter, Ctrl X. Then we need to enable. So here we use systemctl enable. What does enable mean? Enable means that when you put your system on startup, it will enable it always. So you will have it enabled. If we put here start without enable, so every time you put your system, you restart, you reboot your system, you will have to put start. So we'll do it here. So as you can see, some link, so it's creating links to get the configuration, the link, so the system can read the IP address later on, and I will put systemctl status to show you something. Systemd I should have status. Okay, so okay, maybe we can check it after. But I think we have status, but maybe in this mode, because we are in the stage root, we don't have the all commands. Really, I don't have an answer for this. Okay, so also we can make systemctl. Let me show you something why we need DNS. So basically when you use pacman minus sy, so here it will go to the IP address, but effectively you will see names of the server. So if you have, for example, like this thing google.com, so I need Google. Okay, so here it's working for me, it's making, but when I restart my computer, I might don't have the translation of Google to an IP or IP to name. So I will face issues and errors. So for that reason, we need to enable systemd resolve the service. So and one thing. So assume that we didn't do these two steps, 16, or this 16 stage, 16 step, and I forgot to do it. I just pass it and then restart my PC, my virtual machine, and my passphrase, and everything is fine. After that, I have an issue regarding the network and the DNS. So it's very easy. You can go with them with this tab, but the problem here that you have to put systemctl start systemd resolve. Okay, so the same error. Okay, so I got why it's making our life difficult now here in this mode. So systemctl start systemd network D, and you put enter, and then you can check them by systemctl status and systemd resolve and systemd network D. And you will get green light, green button, okay, and everything is working fine. Now we'll do two steps before reboot. The first one, that we need to create password, generate a password for root. So here, if you can see, I'm a root user because you have root at part. So by easily writing pass wd, it will let me put new password, generate a new password. If no, you need, for example, you have another user, for example, it's Rabi. So you put pass wd Rabi, and then it will generate so password for Rabi. But Rabi must be created. So we can create a new user later on because it's not efficient always to use root, to have root. If we forgot to lock our system, and we are in root user, so we might have a big breach to our system, and all of our data maybe will lose our confidentiality, integrity. So SWD, and then I will put password. It's not password, your own password. So, and then before rebooting, VMware is giving a new option for a class. So I will take a snapshot and put before rebooting and take snapshot. And here you can see stand, etc. So I will pause this video. Once finished, so I will continue because it will take time. Thank you. Hope you are enjoying.